I just got back from a 2-month backpacking trip across the Philippines and also Taiwan. Now I'm going to unpack my bag to show you exactly what I took with me and brought back. The first bag that I'm going to start with is my little fanny pack that I take with me on the plane that's got all the necessities that I think are important. First off, a face mask. This is to prevent me from getting sick because I always get sick when I'm traveling. On airplanes especially, they circulate the air, and if there's somebody sick, you're gonna get sick, so this just helps. I also have a hair clip to keep my hair out my face, sleeping mask so I can sleep on the plane, of course. I also have this little nifty thing which is basically for blocked noses, but I have really bad sinuses, which means that my ears get really painful on a plane because I can't pop my nose like normal people because I have like a hearing problem. So this just helps to like clear me out before a plane journey. I've also got my Kindle in here so I get bored. I have a painting that I bought that I didn't want getting crushed. I say painting, it's a postcard from the Philippines, which I think is super cute. In here I also have this little wallet. This is just random things. I've got an acne patch in there because I'm always picking my face on a flight. If I cover my spots I won't pick them. Super random. Then I've got these wipes which kind of help with eye irritation when it comes to like dust and pollen. I've had serious problems with like allergies in my ears and my nose and everything, so these help. And like if I'm always touching my eyes, it's just to clean them. And then also in here is a necklace that I made in chargal, and I just didn't want it getting damaged, so I just put it in a bag that's always going to be on me. Look how cute it is. What else we got? Plane ticket. Then that's it in the main pocket. In the back pocket I've obviously got my passport. Then in the front pocket I've also got some bits and bobs like my notebook. I've also got some earplugs for noisy airports and planes. Weirdly, I've got my retainer in here because I lost the case of my retainer, and I actually thought I lost my retainer for a little bit. Then I found it, so I'm just keeping it in there. It does need cleaning though, so we're not going to look at that. And then I've just got a lock and my lip balm. Again, just things for easy access. I don't really know. So that's that bag. Then my next bag is like my personal item bag, and it's just this one. It's relatively small. First thing that I've got attached to the outside is my travel pillow. Now I do usually prefer the turtle one, which is the one where it holds your neck up, but this one is great if you do have a window seat because you can, and it's just comfier. The thing that just fell out is my sunglasses. Again, I don't wear it on the plane, but I don't want them getting damaged in my checked luggage, so I always put that in my personal item. Another thing that I have in my personal item, because that's always going to be with me on the plane, is things that I might need for a flight or a long haul flight. So I have deodorant, hand sanitizer, face wash, face moisturizer because I always get dehydrated on a plane, dental floss, and then also what was in here was my toothbrush and toothpaste, but I took that out this morning to brush my teeth. So what else is in my hand luggage? I've got my jewelry because this means a lot to me and I would hate for it to be lost in my checked luggage. That's just in this nifty little case that I bought. Ta-da! Also in here, I've got my universal adapter. I just got this in there because my friend gave me it last minute, so I just chucked it in. And then in this front pocket, I've also got some dirty clothes that I've wrapped in tissue, so it wouldn't make my bag smell. A lanyard for my phone. I did also have my wallet in here, but I took it out because, again, I needed that. Also in here, because I wouldn't want to check it because it might get damaged, is my camera. And in here, I have the batteries in here, and I have the camera body. I have my zoom lens in a sock so it doesn't get scratched up against the camera because there's not much space in here. Another thing that just fell out is my portable charger. This one's good, solar powered, and you get 4 full chargers on it as well. Now we can move on to the big bag, which is the main event in my opinion. Let's start in the side pocket. In this top pocket I have this little nifty case which has all my wires in it. Currently they're not in there because I've had to use them, but I have like my phone charger in here, the spare one. I have this little thing for my SD card which transfers my pictures to my phone, Bluetooth keyboard, microphone, some camera bits and bobs, and that just keeps all my electronic wires in one place. Also in here I've got my electrolytes. These are the best electrolytes in the world. My friend bought me them from the States because I don't think you can get them in the UK, but they literally taste like juice. It's so good. Also in here I have another case for your phone, then just like some spare Ziploc bags, and then just like loose coffee and tea packets, which I usually transfer into my hand luggage in case I want to make a drink while I'm flying, but this time I just forgot about them, honestly. I'm not going to take these out because I don't think it's necessary, but in these 2 side straps I've got a waterproof cover for my personal item and then a waterproof cover for this bag. Got another side pocket. I've got a water that I bought at the airport and I didn't know where else to put it. We've also got my film camera in a padded case. I actually used it all up this time, so I'm excited to get these developed. Ah! So exciting. And what else do we have? We have my microfiber towel, which I only used at the beach this time. And then luckily all the places that we stayed also supplied towels. So they were for like my clean showers and this was for sandy beaches. Moving on to the other pocket. In here I have my bucket hat, which I honestly didn't wear that much to say how sunny it was. It's kind of got a bit ruined, but it folds up nicely into that side pocket. Do you know how you have a Do you know how you have a Do you know how you have a junk drawer? There we go, at home. This is my junk bag. So in here is just random stuff. A washing line for when I washed my clothes. I needed to hang them up. This was really good. I'm so glad I got this. I also have a card game, which we never played. So that's kind of useless bringing. I've also got this little nifty thing, which I actually bought for my brother for Christmas, but he never used it. And it's basically just a mechanism for doors in case they don't lock. This is a bit of security for us female travelers. I have the strap for my camera bag, which I never used, so I just shoved it in this bag. I also have some goggles, which I didn't use. I bought a ton of Kind Joys while I was backpacking, so these are just the toys that I got that I didn't really want to throw away, except now looking at them, I don't know why I kept them, so I probably will throw them away. I have 2 key rings, but I'm not showing the camera because one of them's for my friends and I don't want to spoil it for her. But I got them in Taiwan. Also, side note, take this kind of thing when you go backpacking. Ziploc bags, grocery bags, that kind of thing. Because it's great just to chuck things in, like dirty clothes, shoes that you don't want dirtying the rest of your bag. They're so handy, so nifty, so it's fabulous. Then there's one more thing in here, which I'm kind of pissed about. And that's my tripod for filming. This is fantastic, like it bends around all sorts. The only problem is, I lost the iPhone attachment about a week into my trip. I got off a boat tour in El Nido, and this thing swiveled off by itself and fell into the water and I couldn't find it. This was useless basically for my whole trip, which is kind of sad. And I'm gonna buy a new one of these for the phone because it's so good. That's everything in the pockets, so now we can move on to the main part. There is an extra pocket here that I never used. But up in top is my liquids bag, which is small enough that if it didn't fit in here, I could put it into my personal item. I'm not really gonna go through what's in here because that'll just take too long, but it's just things like makeup, sunscreen, that kind of thing. Then I've got my shoes. I took 1 pair of walking shoes with me and then 1 pair of sandals, my Tevas. I love these, so good. To be honest, that was enough. The only thing that I kind of wish that I did bring was like a pair of flip-flops for the shower and like inside the hostels because they don't really clean the floors, and then after you showered your feet would be dirty. You don't really want to put these on because you have to strap yourself in, but honestly these and my walking shoes were enough. First bag of clothes is what I wore on the first part of my travel day home because I didn't want to stay in the same clothes the whole time because that would have been disgusting. So in here I just have some pants, a t-shirt and some leggings. This wasn't originally in my packed things, but this is just a laundry bag that the laundry place gave me, and then I had my change of clothes in there for the last part of my journey and then shoved what I was wearing into here, if that makes sense. On top, I also have a medicine bag, which is genuinely falling apart, like all my packing cubes actually. In here, I just have medicine, sewing kit, shampoo, body wash, all that kind of jazz, moon cup. But it's nice because it all fits into this, and this doesn't really take up that much space, which is great. First packing cube, let's see what's in here. So in this one, I have dirty clothes. Again, in a plastic grocery bag so it doesn't dirty the rest of my stuff. Bag. In this packing cube is all like my small tops, so like my vests, my crop tops, that kind of thing. They all fit into that packing cube really nicely. Next packing cube is for my big t-shirts. I took a lot of oversized t-shirts this time because I just think they're really comfortable and, you know, casual and great. I love them. I have my Lion King one. I also have a dress in here. These two and this one. Oh, and this one. And then one long sleeve for airports because they always get freaking cold. I did buy some things whilst I was backpacking that I had to bring home with me, so I'll show you a little haul. This I bought in Taiwan because Taiwan was cold, but I really freaking like it. And it says, "But who are you when no one is watching?" with a bunch of cats. And I just freaking loved it, so I bought it, and it kept me so warm in Taiwan, so I'm very grateful. From the same shop in Taiwan, I bought this t-shirt, which I think is really cool. I really love the color and the print actually. It's not the most nicest fabric, but it's so cool. And this just says, we dance together, with a bunch of characters on it, but I just think it's freaking cute. Then in Mobile, which is on Cebu Island in the Philippines, there was this really cute souvenir shop, so I had to buy 2 t-shirts, of course. I'm really into tie-dye at the minute. The first one that I bought, oh, I can't believe I dabbed. I did it again. So the first t-shirt that I bought is this black and red one, and it's got a turtle on it because we went snorkeling and diving and we saw a turtle, so I just thought that was really cool. But then I actually preferred this t-shirt. The only problem is it's got a whale shark on it, and unfortunately didn't see any whale sharks, so I bought that one to kind of say that I did see a turtle, because otherwise I'd be a fake if I just bought a t-shirt with a whale shark on it and I never saw them. I just like the yellow and the blue together. It's freaking sick, bro. So this is the yellow one and I really like it. What else do we have? One more packing cube. In here is my bottoms, athletic shorts, skirt, long pants, denim shorts. I really did not pack a lot. Very proud of myself. Then I also have a dry bag, which is great if you're going to a country where you're going in the ocean, you're going swimming. Keeps your belongings safe. You can always take them in the water with you. And what I do with the dry bag when I'm not using it is I store my bikinis in here, because sometimes your bikinis stay a little bit wet. You don't want to wet your other things, so you just shove them in here. And I just have 3 bikinis in here, a black one, this one, and this purple one. Last few things, I promise. In this little laundry bag is my underwear and socks and headbands. I had an extra little packing cube that I put my headbands in, so they're separate from my underwear. And also in here is a little Patrick that I won in an arcade in Taiwan, and then this little guy who I also bought in Taiwan for no particular reason. I just thought he was cute, and I just shoved them in there because I didn't know where else to put them. Oh, almost last thing is just my raincoat, which thankfully I didn't have to use that often. And again, this kind of tucks into its own pocket, which is really great. So that's all in there. That's everything gone. Lastly is this little secret compartment. It's like the back of the bag where it's got this hard thing to keep it flat. And in here, I've got half of my hitchhiking sign. Tatiana's got the other half, and I was like, this is just cute. I want to keep this. It's stupid, but I want to keep it. I've also got my documents folder. In here is where I would keep my passport when I wasn't flying. And then it's also got all my travel details. And this is just in case my phone dies and I don't have access to any of those things. So I'm not going to show you this, but I've got copies of my credit cards. I've got my vaccination records here. And then I've also got a copy of my international driver's permit. And then also my printed flight details, again, in case my phone ever died and I didn't have access to that information. Also in here, I've got my vitamin patches, and then the rest of the stuff in here is just like miscellaneous flight tickets. I've got some more art in here. I've also got some extra British pounds. This again is just in emergencies in case I don't have any cash or my credit card's not working. Worst comes to worst, I think places will accept pounds or US dollars. I've also got some extra passport photos, my international driver's licenses, and then also just some teeth whitening strips that Tati brought me from the States. But it's always really good to have a little A5 folder like this with all your important documents in it. Just keeps it all in one place, and I really like that nifty little pocket in my bag. Slots in, it's nice and safe. In terms of the bag itself, I have backpacked with this bag a lot because it's small enough for hand luggage, so you don't have to pay for checked baggage. It says 30 to 35 litres, but you can definitely fill it with more. And then my whole bag, once it was packed, weighed about 11 kilos, which is almost too heavy for hand luggage in Asia, but you can get away with it. This is a great bag. It's Caramel. I know a lot of people say buy Osprey, but honestly I think they're overrated. A few times I carried my friend Tatiana's bag, and hers is Osprey, and the straps are so uncomfortable. Like, it's made for women, but it's not comfortable. This one's brilliant, and I've used it so often. My brother's used it as well, and we both love it. My other smaller bag is Low Alpine, and this attaches to a bigger bag, which is, I want to say, like 70 litres. Like, it's a pretty big bag, which is, in my opinion, too big for a backpacking trip. But I just nicked this smaller bag because it's a perfect day pack for if you go on a hike or you just want to go out for the day and want a little bit of a more secure bag with you. My other fanny pack bag, which I showed first, that is just a National Trust bag that I found in a charity shop for £5. Honestly, perfect size to like replace a fanny pack. I thought it was great and I loved it. That's everything that I took with me to the Philippines and also brought back. There's a few things that I lost, which I'm really sad about, like the little attachment to my tripod. I lost a pair of cycling shorts. I left a vest and some underwear in the last place that we were in because I was rushing getting ready in the morning. Just bits and bobs, but luckily everything else came back home with me. Got a few souvenirs to bring back with me. I honestly think this was the perfect amount of things to take with me on a 2-month backpacking trip. I don't think I missed anything necessarily or wish that I brought anything with me, and none of these things did I think, oh, I regret bringing them with me. They were all really useful. Now this does change depending on what kind of backpacking trip that you're doing, but if you're planning on going to Asia, everything that I mentioned in this video and that I took with me, I can recommend taking with you. Like, excellent. 10 out of 10. I hope you enjoyed this unpacking video. I hope it was informative, gave you some ideas on what you should take on your next backpacking trip. And now it's time to wash all my shit and put it back where it belongs. I'm always so bad at outros, so I guess I'll see you later. Okay, bye.